like what you do for a living? These things you see?
You have to wear blinders sometimes. Most times.
Detective William Somerset is looking for a way out.
You're retiring. 6 more days and you're all the way gone.
So how long have you lived here?
Too long.
Detective David Mills is looking for a way in.
We'll be spending every waking hour together from now until the time I leave. I'll show you who your friends and enemies are.
Look, I've worked homicide 5 years. Not here.
Now,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a homicide.
they're caught in a game
No fingerprints and no witnesses of any kind.
Nope.
About the only thing we know about that guy right now is he's totally insane.
where the price of sin is death.
There are 7 deadly sins. Gluttony,
You're going to come take a look at this.
greed,
No one touches anything.
sloth, wrath, pride, lust, and envy. 7. You can expect 5 more of these.
Hi, welcome to Everyone's Critic. This is Spencer Fawcett, and I'll be talking about Se7en. Se7en is about an unlikely pairing of 2 homicide detectives, one being a young, hotshot, hothead, rookie detective played by Brad Pitt, and the other being a more seasoned and old school and about to retire detective played by Morgan Freeman, and they're hunting a serial killer who kills people according to the 7 deadly sins. He has this master plan, so they're trying to find him and prevent any more murders, and it's really, really intense and thrilling, so let's take a look.
Body was found on Tuesday morning.
I hate this city.
We're gonna get who did this.
This will be the very definition of swift justice.
There are 2 more bodies, 2 more victims.
This guy's methodical, exacting, and worst of all, patient.
He's laughing at us.
He had a gun.
He's 2 murders away from completing his masterpiece.
Let's finish it.
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
7.
So, this movie is really, really good. But it's, in my opinion, it's one of those movies that doesn't become great until the end. The climax is easily the best part and the most memorable part of the movie. And I'm going to talk about that first. I'm not going to talk about what happens in the climax, but I do reveal who the bad guy is, like who the killer is. You don't know that until the end. And like it's an important piece of casting. But the movie's 25 years old, so I assume most of you know that. But if you don't know that and you haven't seen the movie, I definitely think you should skip ahead, because watching this without that knowledge makes it a lot better. So I'll talk about that. So Kevin Spacey, he's the villain. He plays a guy named John Doe. He kills all these people according to the 7 deadly sins, and his last, like, he's very sinister, he's very malevolent, like, he's just evil. But, like, he plays it so well. This is one of his best performances. He steals the show. Like, he owns the last third of the movie. He's incredible. He doesn't come into the movie until, like, 2/3 of the way in. I thought that was a very, very smart choice on the filmmaker's part. I thought it was a smart choice to not reveal it's him, like to not have Kevin Spacey be billed along with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. So that reveal is very, very good. I knew it before I saw the movie, but I can just imagine what it'd be like to watch the movie and then find out that the killer is played by Kevin Spacey, and then you just keep learning more and more things. You learn about his motives, you learn about his next few plans, and you learn about his history with the other people. So I thought all that was great. It was easily the best part of the movie for me. Every scene with Kevin Spacey was phenomenal. The rest of the movie, it's good, but it doesn't really... Other than the premise itself, it's a very original story, but other than that, it doesn't really go over the line of being... of, like, standing out from generic detective stories. There are a few little nuances in the beginning, but the parts that make it stand out from the rest really come at the end. And I love all that. So, yeah, this movie, it's got great performances. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, the performance I mentioned earlier. They're great in this. Gwyneth Paltrow has a small part. She's great in this. Arlie Ermey is even in this. He's really good. The writing is good, especially for a few scenes. A few scenes have incredible writing. They're very tense. You're on the edge of your seat. Sometimes you're even sweating. It's very, very good. The dialogue keeps you hooked, and you want to know what's going to happen. Very interesting story. I love the premise of this. It's very unique. If David Fincher didn't do it, I don't think it would have gotten done. It's very, very good. It's not something a producer will get on their desk every morning. So yeah, I thought that was very original. Great direction. David Fincher does a good job here. He's great at directing these things. The only problem I have with David Fincher's movies is the music choices he uses. It always seems out of place. I'm referring to the opening scene. It has like some hard rock song, and I don't know. It just doesn't really seem right. That's out of place, and a lot of the music in Fight Club was out of place. So that's my only problem with David Fincher. But other than that, I think he's a great director. He does a great job here. This might even be his best movie. A lot of people choose Fight Club, but I think I prefer this to Fight Club. It's very, very good. And I think a better Brad Pitt performance in here, too. So the direction is great. It's entertaining. There's really a lot of suspense. You really wonder who's done all this, if they're going to catch them at all. It's very entertaining, mostly because of the suspense. It's definitely a suspense-driven movie, and I like that about it. Rewatchable, sure, because you might pick up on subtle cues, maybe foreshadowing, stuff like that. It is rewatchable. The thrill's obviously not the same, but it is worth a rewatch. I've seen it a few times. It's really, really good. So that being said, overall I give it an 8.8. Very, very good. I would recommend it, especially if you're one who likes thrillers, because this one doesn't disappoint. It's very good, very worth seeing, so go check it out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.